Welcome to Key.
Oh, snap. Snack. I'm Lauren Jones.
And I'm Simona Roy.
AKA
And
Mariah Carey, whistle singing.
One can only hope.
Woman. How you doing, Simona?
I'm doing okay. You sound further away right now.
I'm right on it.
Yeah, I can see that you're right on it. Say something else just so I can see your levels.
Something else?
Okay. I think it's okay. Sorry, technical difficulties, which we'll cut out. But yeah,
I might leave in the video.
Okay, I think we're okay. We're okay.
Okay. Sorry for that. How are you doing, Simona?
Fine. I mean, we're doing it a little differently today. Sorry, like I only have one light in this room, so I keep moving my hand because I just see dust.
Yeah, everybody, it's nighttime is where we are, and it's not just because of daylight savings. It's nighttime. It's like we usually do this or in the morning,
10 a.m.
on a Saturday or Sunday,
East Coast time.
Yeah, and we're doing it. It's almost 8 p.m. on a Friday night. This is how dedicated we are. Friday night, because I got a turkey trot in the morning for my nephew's school. And Simona was generous enough to give up her Friday night decompression time.
Oh yeah, like I was gonna say my Friday night clubbing, going out on speed dates.
That's how she decompresses at the club. You can find her in the club, bottle full of bud.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Bud? I thought it was
I've
Bubs.
heard both.
Like champs.
Yeah, probably. I said bud, but I'm exhausted. So, but either works. You can be in the club drinking either.
Can we take a quick detour here just for a second? Because this is food related. Since it is 8 p.m., I did want to order Chinese food for myself, and I feel like I have to put in the order now.
Please do it.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys what I'm ordering so that it's
you're part of it. I just had Panera with my parents. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pinata, which is the only person I've ever heard say it.
My friend John says it, and now I say it.
Okay.
And it's not we don't actually think it's a,
Yeah, and I'm also on satellite. I'm at my parents' house again. I did the nuts episode from their house, and now I'm doing Trader Joe's. We're doing Trader Joe's today, by the way, everybody.
Yes, Trader Joe's part 2.
Trader Joe's part 2. Okay, what are you ordering?
So I always get an egg roll, and I usually get boneless spare ribs, but today I would like to get the bone in.
Okay.
Why not? It's a Friday.
I
can work.
Bottle full of bubs, mama.
Bottle full of spare ribs
with the bone and the BI.
With the bone in. And I usually get a house lo mein, meaning it has everything like shrimps and whatever. But I'm going to go with pork, just regular pork today.
She's going pork lo mein.
Sometimes the shrimp, like if you reheat it, it gets all like mealy,
Yeah.
So I think that and I always do a chicken with broccoli, and this place is chicken with broccoli is a brown sauce, because how some places it's a white sauce.
Yeah.
This is a brown sauce, very important to mention. And then
chicken and broccoli is one of my go-tos. That's like,
it's the best. And I've been really craving tofu, but if you know this podcast, you should know that I'm allergic.
You killer tofu.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Killer tofu. Literally.
That is exactly my life. And I think I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna get mushu. Do you do mushu?
Mushu gai pan?
Yeah. No, that's mugu gai pan.
Oh, mugu gai pan. What's mushu?
Well, do you do mushu or mugu?
I do mugu.
Mushu is the one with they give you like pancakes or okay, because that's the one that Samuel L. Jackson talks about in Pulp Fiction.
I think you're right. No, I don't think you did. That's what they're also talking about, the Royale with cheese. Are they talking all about food?
I watched that movie, I think, one time. when I was
they talk about the Big Mac. They call that a Royale with cheese. And I do think you're right. Yes, I've had
that's
Mushu
my
too,
order.
but you're right. Mugu Gai Pan is the other one, and that's the one
I want something like kind of cabbagey. So I feel like that's a Mushu.
That sounds good.
I love a Napa cabbage. Do you like a Napa cabbage? I love a Napa cabbage.
I like cabbage, period. I think like
cabbage is great.
It's good for you, right?
Cabbage. Yeah, I think it's got fiber. I don't think that it has much. Oh Jesus!
I feel like it's in the family of spinach. Am I saying that right? I don't know. We need to probably do an episode on greens.
I don't think it's. I mean,
or lettuce.
It's in the family of lettuce.
Okay.
Like Into the Woods, that song that the witch sings.
Yeah.
Okay. Why doesn't it not have my address? Okay. Sorry,
well, while she's finishing this, I'll tell you what I had for dinner. So I had a bread bowl because it's a Friday, and
Pinata.
I had broccoli and cheddar soup because also it's a Friday, and a raisin. My dad wanted a raisin oatmeal cookie, and it sounded really good. And at Panera, it also has it's points it out that it's a raisin oatmeal cookie with berries.
Like blueberries?
I don't know. I think it was more cranberries if you ask me.
Okay, well, it's probably cranberries.
Yeah, but I mean, what do I know? I just have a snack podcast. My palate's not great or anything. No, I think it was cranberries.
I'm sure you were right.
The cranberry. So no UTIs tonight. Over.
Oh my God. So you know what really that's hilarious. Now it's saying restaurant might be closed. Please check order time settings.
You guys, I have sent Simona food a couple times, and in the area, I'm not going to say the town she lives in so nobody comes after her, but listen, sometimes those places on the apps for her area, I got a problem with them.
I can't do it today. It's past the time. So all of that nonsense for nothing. I'll get it on Sunday.
That makes me really sad for you. I'm sorry.
It makes me sad too.
I'll
live.
Do you want to get into what we're about to eat? Maybe that'll satisfy you. Okay, so we're doing.
I've made it cold.
Yes, we're doing Trader Joe's, and our first food is a hot food. So we're gonna actually try food first, and then Simona is doing facts today. So we did Trader Joe's part 1 last year, and we focused on Christmas. We chose a weird time this year to do it. I was like, let's try to maybe hit some Thanksgiving pre-Christmas. So we're literally in the in-betweens. So what we did was we chose something that was like an oddball Thanksgiving type harvesty thing, and then we each picked something that we're going to share with you based on the fact that it was seasonal. And Simona will share some seasonal-esque, I think, facts about Trader Joe's. So that's what we're doing.
Well, my facts aren't so necessarily so seasonal.
I can see it in her face. That's why I said I think. But that's okay.
But let's get into our first item that we're both like tasting for the first time.
Tasting. So on screen you'll see there's a Trader Joe's sign behind me. I have the blur
background, so you can't even see this. But
How Lauren do this.
Lauren can do it. You can do it. There you go. Sort of. Well, as Lauren's trying to show it,
it's sauce. It's a autumnal harvest creamy pasta
sauce. And it's made with pumpkin and butternut squash.
Squatter nut bosh. That's from Friends. It just didn't sound good to me, so we're trying.
Well, yeah, and upon the nose, I don't know about you, when I opened it to like heat it up, it just smells kind of reminiscent of a vodka sauce to me.
It has some kind of, I feel like maybe a spicy seasonal element. I don't know that you can tell. Maybe it's the squash. You can tell there's something else in there.
I mean, I don't love the smell of it, but
I don't either. But I can tell there's something else in there.
Yeah, probably like sage or something.
So we heat it up, and because as a Panera, I got a French baguette, So I'm dipping.
Oh, nice. And I'm just having it like soup.
I'm dipping.
I'm thinking it's gonna like be like a pumpkin bisque sort of thing.
It is kind of biscuity though. It's because it's thick.
Yeah. Are we trying it?
It's a soft, and the color of it. Yeah, let's try it. The color does have more of an orange to it than just a red. Yeah. It's not.
That's why it looks like a vodka to me. It looks like a Rayo's vodka.
I think it's good. It. I don't taste pumpkin at all.
It's sweet. It's biscuity. I say forget about the pasta. Pour it in a bowl. Eat it like soup. You've got yourself a pumpkin bisque.
I think that this is what Panera has as their tomato soup. I'm not kidding. It looks like it.
This is delicious.
It's really good. It's
like more calories than like
you guys.
It's like a half a cup like is 100 calories.
Yeah, it's like a half a cup of
fatty soup.
Diarrhea. It probably has cream in it.
It does have cream. I looked at the
lactose are intolerant people. Listen, I tried this thinking I was gonna hate it.
I didn't think I was gonna hate it.
I thought I was gonna hate it. That was
like soup.
Specifically Pacific Ocean. Why I said to try it, because I'm trying to branch out and to like try new things, but I know there's a good chance I'm probably not gonna like. What are you still laughing at?
Because I'm just eating it.
You're eating it. If you're not watching on YouTube, you are missing a soup show all about soup. It tastes really good with the baguette too. No lie.
This is a great soup. They need to rebrand and say soup.
Hey, Chinese food in Blanc, New Jersey. You're causing her to eat a can of tomato sauce as her dinner.
But I love tomato paste. Like I can eat tomato paste out of a can.
I'm a big tomato fan too. But you guys, it's actually great. And there was a whole bunch of them still. Maybe people have a preconceived notion of this, but go get it.
This is the best autumnal bisque I've had.
Autumnal. I've never heard that on a food.
Yeah, I guess not. I wouldn't even say it's autumnal. I mean, it just sounds, it is like, there's no like, I guess the picture reminds you of fall, like, cause it's a green background. It's got pictures of squash. And butternut. Yeah, squash, but like, it just tastes like a savory, like tomato-y bisque.
It does. You wouldn't know that was in it, which is, I mean, I guess it's healthy that that's what's in there, but
it's reminiscent of the soup that Pret a Manger makes. That's a chain in New York. If you don't know, it's like a little sandwich soup place, and they do this.
But it was just the way she just said it.
Right. I mean, most of the time I just say Pret, but I felt like I should say the whole name, and it's French. So, this is what happens when we record at 8 p.m. on Friday.
She's extra fancy. Well, I called it Autumnal because it reminded me of, I wanted to think, what was that? Granimals? Danimals, like maybe. It reminded me of one of those. I was trying to be like, why? I was trying to see if it had like I don't know. If it had like I think it's a bad word to have on a food. It doesn't.
But I think it's like, I like it.
I get what it's describing. It just, to me, didn't sound appetizing.
But it has it like, it's autumnal prior to harvest. But I guess if it reminds you of animals and yogurt,
I don't know. That's what it. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah,
then it's not going to be appetizing.
Like the animal harvest. It's an animal harvest.
But autumnal harvest works for me. It sounds
pretentious.
I'm gonna eat this jar as soup. Going forward.
Put some oyster crackers in there and go to town, baby.
I finished my bowl.
Killed it.
Yum.
Knocked it out. Listen, that was a winner. That was Trader Joe's.
That was super yum. I don't know what's happening. Didn't mean to make you cry. That's all I got.
If I'm not back again this time next year to buy my sauce and eat like soup, then nothing really matters. Okay.
Harvest. So let's get into some facts. So I couldn't really find any holiday facts.
We just know that they are big on holiday and seasonal foods. That's why I asked Simona to look and see if she could find anything on it. If she couldn't, it's okay. But we know that happens, and they do different stuff every year, right?
They do, yes. Yeah. And so what I decided to look into is how do they get these products, or how do they choose them?
I love it.
So I found an article by Kitchen, spelled Kitchen, and I go to Kitchen a lot. Yeah. They have good, like, they do a lot of recipe testing, and they'll do a lot of like versus, like Martha Stewart's white cake versus Ina Garten's white cake, like that kind of thing, like which is the best recipe. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Trader Joe's, which I didn't know, and we've talked about the podcast Groceries on here before, but there is a Inside Trader Joe's podcast. So it's a Trader Joe's podcast about Trader Joe's.
Is it Trader Joe's people that do it, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's Trader Joe's marketing.
Like it's a corporate. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And I haven't listened to it. I did find it, I was like, oh, is this like really a thing? And they got a lot of episodes, but as much as how much I love TJ's, but I don't think I would be that into listening to a podcast like in my podcast time about just Trader Joe's, but maybe it's super entertaining. I don't know.
Well, and then there is an episode. I feel like I've definitely plugged this before, but because I love this podcast called Groceries.
Right. Which I mentioned.
Which you did. Yeah. And that they also do an episode. They go to all grocery stores for that. And it's two really funny comedians and actors that run that podcast.
Yeah. And Groceries is more, that makes more sense to listen to that.
Yeah. And so they do an episode on Trader Joe's. And I just started listening to season 3. And I feel like they do revisit stores sometimes because there's so much to them. And so yeah, but I think it was season 1 that they went to Trader Joe's. I think Brian Safi was the one who visited Trader Joe's. So, and he's on this season. He's on this season.
Right. I wish there was more of him.
I wish there was more of him too. The world needs more of him. But anyway, you can learn more about it there too. If you don't want to listen to the marketing team of Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but I was looking at the reviews of the thing on, Apple Podcasts, and it got a lot of 5-star reviews. The only thing, which is funny because, this is a thing that we talked about for our podcast. There was a couple of reviews who were like, I really hate it when they eat and talk at the same time. It's so gross.
And don't listen.
Just thought that was
actually funny, listen. Just plug your ears.
But we do. But we take that into consideration. We try not to be assholes about like chomping while talking.
Simona has taught me not to be an asshole. I was just like, oh, there's a mic in my face. I'm not thinking that someone's actually listening.
I mean, some people like to hear the sounds, but I have a lot of friends who hate to hear the sounds. So I was very cognizant. Anyway, so that was a little already a criticism of the Inside Trader Joe's podcast. But so this is how they decide on new products. They have a panel. And what's interesting is that the panel is like a cross section of all different employees. It's not just a marketing team. It's not just like taste testers or whatever. It's like employees in the store, and it's not executives. And let's see what they say. So these crew members are different from people developing the products, and they're different from category managers because they want a degree of objectivity, and they represent a cross section of the company, from customer relations to running a store to overseeing marketing work. So it's a whole.
That's cool. It's like a gambit of everybody. Yeah.
And what they have in common is that they're actually customers. And so they bring so these people also shop, they're employees, but they are really in the know of okay, this is my main grocery store. So this is what I would be into. And, with the cool and cute thing about it is how they vote. They actually raise their hands. And that's just like so cute. Like, so you really see like how people, there isn't, they feel comfortable enough to not have to be anonymous, right? They can just speak their mind or speak their hand, I guess.
Until we see that book come out where it was like, I voted against the grain at Trader Joe's.
I mean, there are some doozies that come out and you're like, how, like, especially like the process is like, so basic. Okay. So this is how it works. So a new product gets presented and justified to the assembled panel, and then packaging and branding and price are discussed. Then the panel asks questions and provides comments and any concerns to the presenter. So it's a democratic process, and they're basically after 70% yes to approve a product.
Okay.
And then if, it does succeed, they then go back to the drawing board to like move it forward even more. Like, what's the packaging, or even like the recipe, like one recipe, I believe,
if it does succeed, you said this, or if it doesn't?
Yeah, if it does succeed,
if it does, then they push to see if they can do something
even more.
Got it.
So they voted, like an example is they voted for organic salted almond butter, which passed, and then a frozen carne asada burrito passed after agreeing to a black pepper reduction. So they talk about it.
Can you even taste a black pepper reduction?
Well, I think what it meant was there was too much black pepper, so they took away it's black pepper. Can you taste
too much black pepper in something that's been frozen for a while?
Well,
that is a refined palate.
Yeah, that's the thing. These people really, they have refined palates, but also, as we know, not every product at TJ's is a hit. And they took away my favorite product of all time, which was the Oreo cookie butter, but it wasn't Oreo. It was like the swirl, it was like Oreo part, white part, Oreo part. Best cookie butter ever. Loved it.
What is cookie butter?
Oh, cookie butter. That's a big thing at Trader Joe's. It's basically a spreadable like cookie, essentially. It's a cookie spread. So their big one is the speculoos cookie, which is like a cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. It's like a snickerdoodle. I think
it's German, kind of. I don't like it very much.
I feel like it tastes snickerdoodle-ish. I've had that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's their main cookie butter. But I don't love that.
So it's kind of like a Nutella or something. Like you put it on toast.
Yeah, a little bit more firmer than a Nutella,
but conceptually
in that vein. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I've never had like the cookie butter. Cool.
Yeah. So that's all the facts I got. I thought it was interesting that there is a panel. It's diverse, and they have to move on at each stage, at 70% or higher.
That is interesting. It's always interesting to find out how companies do it. And I like that they pull from more than just like, I don't know, the big wigs in the office,
Yeah, like, I mean, when it comes to food, it's like those big wigs probably don't have.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, at some point, it
like,
doesn't matter.
My boss, not great taste.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about getting food for the boss.
The boss.
Limited capacity palate. That's all we'll say about that.
Yes. So yeah, just because you're an exec doesn't mean you know anything about food.
No, it doesn't. And then if you do want to also, we should plug our own episode of season 1 when we do Trader Joe's part 1. We do go well into the history of how Trader Joe's started and parts of the culture of Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's definitely has a following, so having that podcast makes sense. I think I'd love to like see what the episodes are about, because I'm interested in some of these oddball things.
Let me see if I can find the titles of some episodes.
Yeah, because if it's about, like, if there was one about some of the seasonal items, Simona found, where was the article that you sent me? The Trader Joe's article.
I think it was a Food 52 article, maybe.
No,
or was it a BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed. It was BuzzFeed.
Okay.
Where they do, like, she gets alerts for the seasonal products. And the sauce was on there, actually. That was how we picked.
And there was another sauce that we couldn't find.
We couldn't find that sounded grosser, but you know what? I probably would have liked that too, knowing how much I like this one. So yeah, but if they had something like that, I think it'd be interesting to crack into some of that.
I don't love any of these titles.
What are
I'm
they?
going to tell you that. Let's see. Value and supply chain at Trader Joe's. Snooze fest.
This is more for their like, okay, so tell me another one.
A Trader Joe's shopping list to add sparkle to your summer. Okay, that's not bad because that would be
that's like
product.
A customer facing one, like somebody going into the store. That other one sounded more like they're, for their distribution, partners and things like that, right? Doesn't that? Okay.
The long and winding road to Trader Joe's. I guess that's how they choose their wines, which I guess is.
Oh, I thought it was about people complaining about words.
No, it's wine, WINE dash. You'd have to see it.
No, I get it. Joke. But like my brain is like, why would they do such a negative?
And then there's one as the cheese melts, Trader Joe's Professor Matt tells us about that. So that doesn't have anything to do with Trader Joe's. It's about cheese melting.
Yeah, there's reaching a little bit here. I just would be like the history of, I'll do my food. I'd love to know this. The history of the JoJo. I picked JoJo's, which are spelled JOEJOE.
Oh, like Trader Joe's. I thought it was JO''S.
No, like Joe's, like Trader Joe's. I
can't see it. Oh yeah, it does say Joe. In my head, I had it as a JOJO. How weird.
I had it too until but till I saw these. I've had a JoJo before. These are their Oreos. I could not pass up an Oreo concept with all the Oreos that we've shoved in our face this year.
Well, now I want to know how they stack up to Oreos. And what's that like medicinal one name that you always talk about that I've never heard of?
Oh, like a Hydrox.
I was going to say Valtrex.
Hydrox. You know what? I told my dad you never had a Hydrox cookie, and he was like, "Do they even make them anymore?" But that's crazy that she's never had a Hydrox cookie. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
We've talked about that since. So JoJo's again are their Oreo version, and this is their holiday. It's a candy cane taste. So I feel like with all of the Oreo palette, we know that I very much have in my back pocket, if you will, in my arsenal. I really like the box of this.
It's cute. It's like a really stripy pink, maroon.
It looks like one of those candy canes that has like a little bit of like a cherry or berry flavor.
Yeah.
Because it has like maroon, orangey red, and like a light pink and like a millennial pink. It's pretty. I like that. I would buy a wrapping paper that looks like that. It's a cute motif.
Yeah.
But I feel like candy cane to me would taste like a mint Oreo, like the ones with the green in the middle.
Right. But peppermint sometimes tastes different than like the spearmint.
It does, but I feel like it would have that vibe. I think
so. I think it's going to taste exactly like that.
I think it's vibe-ish of that. So,
I hope that it has speckles of candy cane.
It smells really, really
minty.
Oh, it is pretty on the inside. Hold on a second. You're not going to all be able to see this, but Simona will, and anyone on YouTube.
I mean, I'm the only one who matters at the end of the day.
So it looks.
Stay there. Yes.
It looks Oreo-ish for sure.
Yeah.
It has Oreo-ish vibes. It does not say JoJo on it, but it has Oreo vibes. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but
it just looks like white.
It does. Okay. It definitely has some like candy cane flecks in it.
Okay, that's what I was imagining.
Which I like. It's mainly like a pinkish kind of and purplish, but it looks like there's candy cane in it. Which Oreos, we've talked about this a few times, like the donut ones and stuff. We're not seeing, I mean, the insides taste like something, but we're not seeing like the different, unless it's one solid, one color on the inside for the cream. We don't see like a lot of speckles, and there was only a few that we saw like that where we wanted.
Well, the strawberry donut was a swirl of like tan and pink, and that was just weird.
Yeah, it was totally weird. Yeah. So it smells very minty. All right. I'm going to eat the cookie first.
Just to taste the wafer part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the thoughts? I can't imagine that it tastes exactly like an Oreo.
It doesn't taste too different than L'Oreal.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go in sandwich style now.
Okay. All right. She took a bite and I have no idea how she feels yet because she's not giving anything away.
Well, I'm hiding my mouth too to be.
Yeah, but I thought you would show it me with your eyes.
Okay.
So what do you think?
It's not an Oreo.
Okay. What
but
is?
I really like it.
Okay.
There's something about, we've talked about this before. Some of these Oreos get too sweet.
Yes.
We're getting too sweet with these fillings. It's definitely, Oreo has a trademark of their fillings taste for sure.
Yes.
This is a nice balance, not too sweet and tastes like a candy cane.
But so does it taste like a candy cane or does it taste like the mint Oreo or they
not like the mint Oreo?
Same?
It's fully a candy cane. Totally different. And it's crunchy like I'm eating a candy cane. Like I can.
Oh, the pieces.
You know when when you bite a candy cane.
So do you like it better than the mint Oreo or it's different or what? Because the mint Oreo, I would have liked more if it was less mint. I felt it was like too much mint for me.
So mint Oreo, I love. I grew up on. But I prefer that with like tea because it kind of dumbs down some of the mint. This, I don't need tea.
Oh, wow.
This is, if I was going to a holiday party, I would bring these.
Well, if you're Brandon.
If I was Brandon. That's right. He said he'd bring cookies or something.
He said he would bring Oreos.
You're right. Yeah. Brandon North, we're going to tag you in this. These are really good though.
Okay.
You know what would make these taste better? If they were dipped in chocolate on the outside.
Oh, you could do that for your party. You could do a little homemade fudge dip. Like not, like a coating, a fudge coating. You could do it easily.
They're really good. They're great. They're great in my opinion for the holidays. Like that makes this would be so good with hot chocolate. I like this. Candy canes, tasty cookie treat. Oh, what fun it is to make and even more fun to eat.
So cute.
It is good. Like to go up against an Oreo is like going up against
I mean, it's like I don't think Paul Newman could even do it.
No, it's a Goliath style thing.
I mean, I haven't had a Newman really. I think I had it once. Did you ever have a Newman? Or are they even called Newmans? I don't know what they're. You know how Paul Newman does all those like the healthier version of things, right? So I think that they did an Oreo cookie, but I think the one time I had it, I was like, this isn't a fucking Oreo. Like this is not.
I never had one.
So I've been very nervous to ever try like, TJ's version.
But we know TJ's isn't going to have Oreos in the store. So like the Oreo brand, they're going to have. So to be in competition of that, I like way better than Hydrox. I'll tell you that if anyone's having Hydrox.
Well, and is there a whole I feel like Whole Foods carries the Newman's version, right? And so you can't get an Oreo at Whole Foods.
Yeah, you're right. You can't buy like Lay's potato chips at Whole Foods. No. Either. Yeah.
Lame.
Anyway, I've like I said, had the plain JoJo's before. They obviously taste different than an Oreo, but they're not bad. These I like though. This is okay. There's like the sweetness, the peppermint or candy cane mint, whatever's going on in here. It definitely has like a candy cane. Like you feel you're eating candy mint, not spearmint.
I can picture this in my mouth head.
What is mint like for you with the COVID taste stuff?
It's gotten better. Like it was difficult. Remember, like in the beginning, toothpaste was the worst.
Yeah. Okay.
Me. So, I mean, I feel like I'm like 80 to 90% back.
Okay. Okay.
So good. I feel good. And God help me, I do not want to get it again.
No. JoJo's 2 thumbs up.
I will try. Maybe I'll save me a couple when
I know Simona and I are going to be in person together soon, guys. We're freaking out, so excited.
And then I can try it. Maybe we can do a clip of it or something on social. So I don't know if I really followed the brief. I don't know if I got the assignment, as they say on social media these days, but I
canceled. Simona's canceled.
Yeah, because I'm sure I'm gonna be,
never
too. But I decided to choose my favorite holiday Trader Joe's.
I like that you did this because you are a Trader Joe's person. So I like that you did this. Yes.
But it is like, and it's a testament to how much I like this product, because I feel like I talked about this. I'm actually pretty sure I talked about this last time too, but I got very excited. Yes.
I saw them out.
You don't understand.
They are good. They're really good.
Favorite. And this blurred, like it's naked ginger men or something. That's why you can't.
But it's gingerbread people, right? Or something.
Well, I wanted to say that they have grown with the times.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw this first, it was ginger men.
It was.
And now it is gingerbread people.
Last year they were people too. Yeah, it was the people.
So they have evolved. They are now non-binary cookies. And so I just wanted to talk about this again because I didn't like gingerbread anything for a really long time. And only as an adult did I start enjoying it.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And this cookie is really like the best gingerbread cookie.
And it tastes very gingerbready. So for you not to have liked gingerbread. So she had me try these last year. If you listen to the episode, if you didn't, go back and listen to it. Rate it. Tell us how much you loved it. And I've always loved gingerbread. And these are strong gingerbread. And actually the family enjoyed, like these were gone.
And that's why this time I bought 2 boxes, because last year I only bought the one and then they were gone.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't find them again. They were like out of season. So I bought 2 boxes. And also it is sentimental because this is like from last year. I did share these with my mom.
Yeah.
And we bonded over it. And like, we both really liked these cookies, and she would ask for them and I'd give her like, 3 with tea or whatever. So it's really nice to see them again in store. It is my favorite holiday product that Trader Joe's does. I think they do it so well. And
the box is so cute.
Cookie. Yeah. And then they have a little poem on the back, which I probably did last time.
No, I don't think we did. Read it.
Okay. So here we go. Are you searching for treats your guests will adore? Well, this box contains exactly what you're looking for. These spicy gingerbread cookies will delight, while the familiar cookie shape is sure to excite. Many gingerbread people of sugar and spice, cinnamon, molasses, and a syrup of brown rice. Oh, yeah.
What?
The white fudge icing lends the festive look. One bite of these gingery cookies, we think you'll be hooked. They are big on flavor, though little in size, adorned with tiny buttons and some dapper bow ties. Dressed and pressed for gatherings large and small, these gingerbread people will be enjoyed by one and all.
Hell yeah. Except for the brown rice part.
Yeah, you couldn't come up with a better rhyme. It's like, oh, guys, it has brown rice syrup in it, so it's probably close to like corn syrup, Get those GMOs in there.
Whatever, marketing writer. No, I like, what I do like to hear. And I think, again, if you're not checking out Magenta Drafts, Simona's other podcast, it's great. It's funny, as a friend, I get to like hear her journey, like on the friendship version. And then like 3 weeks later, when the 3 weeks later to a month later, the episode comes out and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember us talking about that.
It's on a 6-week delay.
No, it's okay. I like it, but what I will say is part of her journey to see the cookies and that make her happy. That makes me happy. That's a big step for you, I think.
It's the first holiday season without my mom, so I'm sure it's going to be up and down emotionally, but for the most part, I'm already able, and it hasn't even been, I don't even know, like it's just been a little bit over 6 months, but I'm able to think of her fondly without feeling sad every second.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's nice though. I like that I like that the immediate feeling was happy. That makes me,
I mean, also the cookies are bomb. Like
they are bomb cookies, but I mean, it's nice. I like that she said that. That's what I'm pointing out. And I think that's like a very nice, vulnerable thing for you to share. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. Of course, I would share it with the Keep Snacking fam.
Yeah. Those are great. And actually I almost bought them, but I chose not to. And maybe I should in case they sold out, because I want to go back in like 2 or 3 more weeks and get holiday
because they're just starting to roll out that. Like, I was happy the gingerbread people were around. That was great. But usually
I think they did the holiday. They had some candy and then the cookies, because they had the JoJo's too, and I saw the ginger people.
Yeah, but the other stuff, like, they still do more. Like, the Trader Joe's that I have has an aisle that is just of the season, and that it wasn't up yet.
No, ours went up, but this stuff was trickling in all of those, like the normal sections, which I was like, okay.
And then I also saw, like, they like their crushed candy cane, because I saw them do, like, like a white chocolate covered pretzel with candy cane specks on it. And I just didn't purchase it because I didn't feel like I would like it.
Okay.
So, but they are doing that jazz.
Okay. Yeah, they do. In the one I go to in the back of the store is where it looks like Santa's Candy Workshop or something, like when they have all those big, like the big things that they put together of pretzels and this and nuts and that, and like, it's like a big tin of the, all that kind of fun stuff. So
right.
Listen, it was another successful Trader Joe's episode. We haven't really had anything at Trader Joe's yet that we've been like, on our episodes anyway.
Right.
And we were almost banking that we were going to have fun, and it turned into soup.
Oh my God. I love the soup. It's a wonderful autumnal Danimals yogurt harvest.
I don't know why I was thinking that. Sometimes your brain, it's like, that's the kind of stuff where I want to go back to my therapist and be like, unravel this. Like, like what from my past is making me connect those things together, and why am I thinking about marketing and food?
When you first were saying autumnal and stuff, it reminded me of like, just like how you're saying it, like animal, like
that's what I'm
saying. Like, isn't there a Muppet like animal? And he's like,
the guy, the drum.
Like,
yeah, the drummer.
Just like, that's what I don't know. That's what it reminded me.
So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. Where I was like, channeling an animal because I was thinking of Danimal. Like, I don't know. Something was happening with me delivering the text of this.
Well, it's a great bisque.
It's a great bisque. It is, and it's great with a
baguette,
French baguette. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or straight from the bowl.
Straight from the bolognese.
Honestly, though, I like, pasta sauce so much that I would just warm it up. Like, it's not because it's packaged as something different. Like, let's be real.
When you're getting a tomato soup. Do you want to know what I do with pasta sauce?
Yes, but I was just gonna say that, like, I don't think that it's that different when you're thinking about soups in general.
Tomato soup. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
depends on the brand of it. But I agree with you, especially ones that have other stuff in it, like when they have vegetables and stuff in the sauce already.
Right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
what do you do? No, it's okay.
Every so often. So I am one of those people, when I work too much, I sometimes forget to eat. Like, it's just not a good thing. And then I feel sick later. So I always have to have a snack, like a kind of a healthy snack that's easy, even though cheese doesn't have any. People will tell you cheese doesn't have a lot of nutritional,
but it keeps you satiated. You don't need a lot to just keep it moving.
Exactly. And that's kind of sometimes, at least I'm not like, grabbing a brownie or something like it. So I'm a big Sargento string cheese fan. And do
you do those Sargento snack packs where they have the nuts and
I've tried those. One, they're not, I don't always see them at the store when I go. So like, I don't count on it as a a staple for me is like to have Sargento full fat cheese.
I also, just a side note about Sargento. No, First of all, you should always get a full fat whole milk string cheese. First and foremost, in my opinion. Second, I was just gonna say about Sargento. The guy who does the commercials, who's like the founder of Sargento, I really hate his voice. Because it sounds like he started talking like this. It's like, oh, my family and I started Sargento.
Like Kermit. Speaking of Muppets, like Kermit the Frog. I gotta listen to that again. I think I just see cheese and I just
but maybe you're not inundated with these TV commercials like I
That's
was.
True.
But so you do your full fat Sargento.
So I do my full fat Sargento and I'll heat up a little sauce. I typically have like a jar
it's
of
like
sauce.
a low carb Mozzie stick.
Kind of,
without the breading.
I dip it in
and
so
like
it's
a
little
marinara.
melty. Yeah.
You're low carbing it.
Low carbing it, but not by choice, like not being like I'm trying
that
to.
Sounds delish.
It's so good. And and to your point, it's a different kind of way to eat it because it's almost like eating it like a hummus or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yum. It's like, it's like a little cheese pizza.
It is. It's exactly what it is. And yeah, like you said, I didn't even think of it being like a cheese stick, which is like, it kind of is without the breading on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. But yeah, I think that, tomato sauce is sometimes, I think, underrated as to like,
it's versatile.
It's length.
You just gotta think about you gotta think about it outside of the jar, you know?
Outside the jar.
Yeah. Make it a soup. Guess what? Nobody will know. They'll be like, oh, this is the best tomato bisque I've ever had.
Listen, buy you some bread bowls and dump some of this in it. Nobody would know the difference.
Yeah. They would put it on your face.
Panera.
It would be a face mask too. Has a lot of vitamin C in it. Great for the skin. There's a lot of uses
on my face, but
well, don't keep it on for long. 15 minutes. Wash it off.
Okay. Foot mask. Just don't underestimate your tomato sauce. Period. That's if you take nothing away from this episode. Because today is a wackadoodle day. But
very wackadoo today.
But we got through it.
I'm okay with it. This is life, people. We're giving you realness.
We're giving you, I put a little bit of bronzer on my face because I was matching the Trader Joe's sign behind me, realness. But I had no other makeup on all day. Just for this.
And I just got felt up by my acupuncturist. So
whoa.
I was loosey-goosey to begin with, and now I'm silly Billy.
Yeah, you have more of a reason. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just been a hectic day. But all that being said, Trader Joe's is a winner.
Always.
Simona's the best eating partner I've ever had.
Oh,
never will have.
Please put that on my gravestone.
I will. I'll save some JoJo's for you.
Yeah.
And we'll eat them together. And
you know what you should do for our visit together? Like
Fudge
maybe we could dip them in the top. Yeah.
I think that would be delicious.
Fudge them up or whatever that Elvis Costello song is. You know, that Elvis Costello song. Pump it up. Fudge them up.
Pump it up.
I don't think
that's not it, but that's what went in my head.
or like pump the jam, pump it up.
Why your feet are stomping? The jam.
I love that song.
Yeah, that was. No place to stay. Get your booty
on the floor tonight.
Get your JoJo's
Make my day.
That ages us, but who cares? All right, that was Technotronic, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Was that? I didn't know their name was Technotronic.
I think it was. I think that was.
I think I just knew it of like they were on the radio. You know,
we had their tape.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was part of Jock Jams at some point.
Oh, maybe later it was, but we have their tape. I can even see the cover of that tape in my head right now.
I love a tape.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Listen,
we're going. We promise.
We'll see ya. This was a full up though. We got a full up in. We love ya. We can't wait we have a few more episodes before the year ends, ending and concluding with the in-person app that's been long awaited. And until next time.
Playing music.
Snack.